A UK digital asset firm has allegedly transferred $4.2 million in crypto to a Russian address later sanctioned by the US. And so in this video, we're going to look at exactly what's gone on and who this digital asset firm is. Today's episode is sponsored by Cake Wallet, where you can send, receive, and even exchange your crypto right from within the wallet. Cake Wallet is open source and non-custodial, so you control your own private keys, available today on iOS, macOS, Android, and Linux. And StealthEX, a privacy-centric crypto exchange which enables you to make crypto-to-crypto exchanges anonymously. Good evening everybody, and a warm welcome again back to Enter Crypto. Now in today's video we're talking about the UK and we're talking about Russia. So let's jump straight into this article as always, see what we can learn, see what we're talking about, and then we'll comment after. So a UK digital asset firm has reportedly transferred millions of dollars in crypto to a wallet of an alleged Russian arms dealer who was later sanctioned by the US government. According to a new Guardian report, the crypto firm Copper Technologies allegedly transferred more than $4.2 million in digital assets to a crypto wallet belonging to Jonatan Zimenkov, who is an Israeli-born Russian national. The transfer reportedly occurred about 19 months before Zimenkov faced US sanctions for his alleged role in Russia's invasion of Ukraine. And in a February 2023 press release, the US Department of the Treasury's Office of Foreign Assets Control announced the imposition of sanctions against Jonatan and his father, Igor Zimenkov. The OFAC said that the father and son duo had been involved in multiple deals for Russian cybersecurity and helicopter sales abroad, while facilitating Russian defense sales to third-party governments. On the same day, the OFAC revealed an Ethereum wallet belonging to Jonatan Zimenkov, and Copper reportedly sent the wallet about 1,700 Ethereum in two separate transactions in May of 2021. Says a Copper spokesperson. Copper takes its compliance, legal and regulatory obligations very seriously and has acted in full compliance with all applicable regulatory standards, including all applicable sanctions prohibitions in the UK. At time of writing, ETH is trading for $4,000, indicating that the transferred Ethereum stash is now worth $6.89 million. And so this Copper Technologies has obviously not done anything wrong, because it was 19 months previous to the sanctions that this ETH was transferred. So it's obviously nothing they could do, and there's nothing they wouldn't have known about at the time. I would imagine they haven't broke any laws. But it just shows how governments and people affiliated and associated with governments may have felt that sanctions were coming. They may have known or been worried about sanctions coming from the US and Europe, and so they are trading in crypto. Now, $4.2 million is a lot of money. That is a huge amount of money. And so why would you not just use dollars? Why use Ethereum? Why use Bitcoin or crypto or anything like that? And the reason is because it's unconfiscatable. You can sanction the ETH addresses and you can sanction the on-ramps and the off-ramps to crypto, but you can't actually sanction that ETH, because there's no way to know, even if the ETH gets transferred, and I know it's a public ledger, I know that you can obviously see where it's gone, but there's no way to say that that's still attached to the person that it got sent to at the time of it being sanctioned, that address being blacklisted, let's say. If it goes to another address, there's no way to say that that's a new individual. That has nothing to do with the person before, or maybe they've been gifted it, or you know what I'm saying. If it goes to 3 or 4 hops, the third or fourth hop, the address of the third or fourth person may have absolutely no connection to the first whatsoever and doesn't know anything about them. So we're actually seeing crypto being used more and more to get around sanctions, because it's unconfiscatable and it's immutable. And people are starting to trust crypto more than the dollar. The dollar can be taken away from you. It can be stopped. You can be sanctioned and taken out. And that's the same for any government currency. The UK government can do that with the pound. The EU can do that with the euro, obviously. And so if the UK, the Europeans and the US all get together, which they have done with Russia, against Russia, they can cut you off from a huge part of international trade. You think how big Europe, the US and the UK are, and then you start piling in Canada, Australia, that's a lot of trade that you're going to be missing out on. So It's in countries, businesses that are based in either Russia or even countries that are not particularly close to the Western allies. Just feel that, well, maybe if they say the wrong thing politically next year or in 10 years, we don't know where we're going to be. If things are looking unpredictable, then why not have a stash of crypto, just like you would have a stash of gold to protect yourself? You never know, but you know that gold's still going to be around in 20 years. It's still going to be valuable, but you don't know if the dollar is. So it's okay if, for liquidity reasons and being, liquid to buy and sell things, the dollar's okay for today. But you don't know where the dollar's going to be in 20 years. It may not exist if there's a world war. Nobody knows the future, as I always say. So crypto is playing an increasing role in international transactions and domestic ones. And as I say, governments are able to control the on-ramps and off-ramps when you're moving from the dollar into, whether you're buying Ethereum or selling Ethereum or Bitcoin or whatever it is, the cryptocurrency. But it's going to be a very different world if there is a transition, for example, to people just accepting ETH. If we just accept Bitcoin, if I'm just going to go to the shop and I'm just going to buy, I don't know, a car or anything, and I'm just going to pay in Bitcoin, and he's happy to receive Bitcoin, we're starting to get this circular economy where we don't actually need the dollar anymore. He's happy with his Bitcoin. I'm happy to pay in Bitcoin. I get the car. There's just that small shift in mentality where people just prefer Bitcoin over the dollar, or they just prefer gold over something. We don't need the alternative currency anymore. The gold wins, or the Bitcoin wins, or whichever one it is that you decide to try. At the moment, it's the dollar. The dollar is the number one currency, but that's not going to be forever. It wasn't forever when the Dutch guilder was the global reserve currency, or the British pound. Now it's the US dollar, and it will something else will take over. So a very interesting article there. As always, guys, thank you for watching. Thank you for listening. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and click on that notifications bell so that you don't miss out on any future updates. And I'll see you all tomorrow evening. Take care.